I think I might have a fucking problem. Pushing out a rolling marijuana. Thinking about getting more to the bank, but they won't let me in cause I smell like dank. I think I might have a motherfucking problem.
Get it.
I think I might have a motherfucking problem.
Madden World, what it be like? Get your boy Fo. Xbox 720 is the gamer tag on the PS4, and yo, this is that double, triple Madden OGs, and we are back. And bro, if you're new to the channel, like, comment, sub, also hit that notification bell as well so you can know when I post. If you're one of my day ones, there is no reason why you can't like the video, bro. You already rock with your boy, man. It only takes a second, so go ahead and click that button real quick before we get started, man. It greatly helps me grow the channel. All right, now I'm gonna timestamp the fuck out of this video because it's gonna be a pretty lengthy video, simply because, bro, it takes me forever to render a video. I'm having problems with the computer almost immediately as I got that bitch around Christmas. It's crazy. But I'm just gonna make a long video, man. I'm gonna do a couple of different plays and looks. We're gonna piece together like a partial scheme for you that you can utilize. Hopefully you guys can take this in the lab and kind of expound on it. But I also wanted to talk about something just really quickly before we get started. So I'll timestamp when the tips start. So if you want to go ahead and fast forward past this part, go ahead and do so. If you're 100, you want to see the whole video, let's get started. Now, really, the bottom line message I'm trying to get over is I fuck with my subs, bro. I don't want to come off as no asshole, like I ignore my subs, I don't fuck with my subs. It definitely ain't that type of party. That ain't how I'm rocking, dog. It ain't nothing like that. It ain't never been nothing like that. So, as you may know, bro, my activity on my channel has kind of gone down, man, like over the last couple of months, simply because in my professional life outside of YouTube, I have a lot more responsibility. I already had a ton, now I have even more. Also, I'm a husband, I'm a father, all of that other shit. So even when I leave office, I have other things to do, but at the same time, I still have work-related things that I have to do. So as a result, it causes me not to be able to collab with people like I would like to, not to be able to do some of the things like stream and shit, because I never know really when I'll be on, so I can't create a schedule for that kind of thing right now. It just doesn't fit into my life right now. So keeping it simple is the easiest thing that I can do. Now, one of the things that I am pretty consistent with is making sure that I respond to everybody in a timely fashion. At least 48 hours, bro, is what I try to do. I miss some people, it is what it is, man, but I try to get damn near everybody, bro. I have people that comment on my videos from like 4 months ago. It's crazy sometimes. And even when they comment like something somebody else has already asked, I still answer. When people email me and shit like that, bro, like I try to make sure I'm getting to it, answering it, trying to do what I can. Sometimes I miss you, bro, but y'all know I'm busy. Just hit me back. Just be like, yeah, you know, OG, you supposed to holler at me about this. What's up? You know what I mean? And then I try to do what I can. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm saying this to say, a couple of days ago, I had somebody reach out to me via email, and they had some questions about starting up a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And doing ebooks and shit like that. They said they wanted to get some advice from somebody that's doing it. Now, my response was, yeah. Like, what questions specifically do you have about that? And, you know, like, because I can always help out. I mean, is it the financial side you're looking at? Is it like creating like a schedule for like when to release content? Is it like, should you be charging for your content? There's a lot of different questions. I didn't want to talk aimlessly, so I wanted to ask questions like, what kind of specific question? What do you want to know? Because I don't want to talk about the wrong thing. And so I specifically said, yes, like, what questions do you have? And like that, the subscriber responded to me really weird, and I'm not calling any names. They were just like, yo, like, never mind, bro, like, you need to learn some humility, like as if I was saying I don't, like, because I simply text back, yeah, like, what questions do you have? Like, I was like thinking I'm like some kind of big YouTube channel, and people always asking me questions and what kind of time. Like, I don't know. Like, that was crazy to me. And I know how emails or text messages are. They can easily be taken out of context, and then miscommunications can happen. I understand, and I think that's all that happened. It was a miscommunication, but I'm saying that to say that's damaging to my reputation, because that's one subscriber right there now affects newcomers, and then he also affects other subscribers, because he feels like I think I'm too big of a channel. I think I'm too big to help him out, or I don't want to help him out. And you know, word of mouth goes out, and he can go tell somebody else, yeah man, like, check these tips out, or I was fucking with this dude and this dude did this, and that's damaging. Like, it comes off as if I'm an asshole to my subs, and that's definitely not the case. And I may be preaching to the choir. Y'all might know that ain't how I rock. And I'm pretty sure people that's been subbing me for long enough gets a general sense of me and my personality, and know that probably ain't in my character at all, and it's really not. But I just wanted to make sure I address it. If I've ever missed anything that you've asked me, please just ask me again. Or if I've responded to you in a way that wasn't correct, like it wasn't the right answer that you were looking for, just say so. Like, hey, this isn't what I was looking for specifically. This is what I was more or less looking for. And I can kind of respond back to you the best that I can. All right. Now, I just spent too much time with that. Let's go ahead and start on the tips. Now, I'm looking at the Kansas City playbook. Y'all know I love strong tight pair. We're going to look at a play called PAFB flat. All right, we're gonna go ahead and call it and then put it on the field. Y'all know how I rock, man. Cover 4, cover 3, cover 2, man coverage, all of that shit, man. We try to get the basic shells out the way, so that you can understand how to break down defenses. Now, one thing that I noticed about this play immediately against cover 4 was just the fact that I was able to bomb, as you can see, and that's Devin McCourty now. I'm not bombing like a scrub. That's 90 plus speed, 90 plus play rec, zone coverage, all that shit. As you can see, I just bombed him up. Now, another thing is we can bomb with this particular play to either hash mark. I know that's something that's been brought up before in the past. Like that you can't bomb like certain things to certain hash mark. As you see, I just bombed to the right hash mark, and then something that usually always never works is when you try to bomb to the left hash mark, because that inside deep blue usually picks up. But we're gonna show you that with this particular play, he's not gonna be able to pick up. He just doesn't react. And as you can see, we're able to still bomb to the left. So we can bomb left, right, or or to the middle of the field, which is extremely fucking useful, bro. Like, I can't even talk about how useful that is, to have that in your back pocket to where you can bomb cover 4 anywhere on the field, like any hash mark, any side of the field. It's really good to have. Also, another thing that's dope about this is that this year they patched out like wide receivers being able to go outside with these like outposts, but with tight ends you can still motion these guys out. Now the thing about it is they've also patched being able to, like, when they turn their hips, snap and get that little speed boost. I also like to put DeMarco in like a wheel right there. But what we can do is we can cancel the play action, and as you can see, we can throw right there in that little space right there. So that's something that we can do against cover 4 with that little out route. All right. Now another thing we could do if we wanted, we could always just put the mark on the wheel. We can leave everybody inside. We're gonna do the same thing, except this time we're looking at him as our primary goal on a cover 4. Now another thing that you can do, and I keep saying another fucking thing because I still got more, right? Is we can block the running back. And if you're new to my channel, you can glitch out hook zones. All right, I'm gonna get. You see that hook zone right there that I'm on? I'm gonna get off of it. All right. Now that right hook zone, we can glitch him out. Now we have to cancel the play action by blocking the running back, but he's gonna go with that wheel route, and then as a result, it's gonna leave Tammy wide open. We're gonna snap the ball and show you. So as you can see, it's gonna leave me in a space where I can do that. I'll show you the replay because it happens really fast. And it's something that you can do though. So pay attention to Hightower, the right inside hook zone. He's gonna go almost in unison, false step to the right with that wheel, and it leaves Tammy going straight up the field wide open, and that's a quick dot. Boom. Now, if you wanna like keep yourself safe, you could always put Hooper, that other tight end, 81, on a drag, so that if they are usering and they try to go over, you can just hit the drag. But that's something that you can do real quick. It's a really small window, and it happens so quick, bro, that you can get it off a lot of the times the way you want to get it off. It's real easy to do. Now we'll get into a cover 3, and we'll show you with a cover 3 that we're still able to motion this player out, and we're still able to cancel the play action and then hit him outside. I threw a terrible pass. My hand kind of slipped off of the controller, and I threw it more 3 o'clock than I should have. Let me do that again. So we'll show you once again. But as you can see, boom, now we're able to hit him kind of in stride like I was talking about. Also remember, against the cover 3, we can also, let me see, can I get it set up? Against the cover 3, we can also get this action to the inside right there. I don't know why I forget a lot. Another thing that you can do in a cover 4 and a cover 3, if you want to set up, one of the setups I like a lot is putting Tammy on a drag. I prefer to have him on a drag instead of glitching that little route. Reason is because he just gets open as fuck. As Branch fucking just destroyed his fucking man, bro. That was crazy. In practice mode, D-line be hella OP. Look, he's on there. That was an 8 gap right there. You see that shit? That was ridiculous. Anyway, but we want to go back and set it up again. And then we'll show you. Like I said, he just gets wide ass open. And look, we almost got 15 yards out of that. That was a heavy ass game. So that's something that you can do as well. So that's how I would attack cover. Oh yeah, one other setup against cover 3 that I like is I like to motion this player over, create like a full house kind of look. And then that way I can play high-low to the right, and then I can also play to the outside. Also remember, if you keep that play action, Freeman's gonna usually sit underneath any zone, and you can dump off to him. If you need 1 or 2 yards, that's always a really tricky ass thing to do to somebody. But like I said right here, we can just boom, hit like that, and hit him right in that space. We got pressured, so that was kind of crazy. But you could also play high-low. Now, if they did something like a cover 2, then when they run cover 2, what I love about this formation is now it's glitchy as shit, right? All the other receivers except Julio Jones, they're going to the right side. They either start at the right side and coming left, or they're going to the right side. So because of that, Julio Jones is not gonna experience a cloud flat. His player is gonna man him up, and we could just always smart route and out route, and then get him wide open. So they can't really play cover 2 either, because the cover 2 actually doesn't work on that. So another thing you can do against cover 2, there's a couple of other setups. It just depends on what you want to do. You could always streak this player. When you streak this player, I would actually block Freeman. That sends Freeman to the right immediately. So now you glitch the cornerback that's on the cloud flat into playing a actual cloud flat. And then you would leave DeMarco just on that flat route instead of a wheel. And then you go ahead and run the play as normal. And then you can just throw right there. Now, the reason why I like to run it like that sometimes against cover 2 is because DeMarco actually gets wide open too. So instead of running a drag, which you could actually run a drag across the field and the drag would get wide open, you can have DeMarco kind of off the screen right there as a quick dump off for like 5 yards, and they're not even fucking paying attention to him because he runs kind of off the screen for most people. And then as you can see, boom, you're able to throw right there. But there's a lot of ways you can set this particular play up, man. Like I said, you can run the wheel route. It's a lot of shit you can do. Against man coverage, bro, it's fairly simple. One of the things that I would do with it probably is motion this player out and then just run a drag like that. That's one of the things you could do against man that'll probably be really effective. They're more than likely gonna like match up personnel. So when you come out with 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, you'll probably see like 3-4, 4-3, shit like that, and you'll be able to beat a lot of those linebackers. If you look at it, Julio's gonna win, right? I could have just threw it to Julio. You can throw this outside post, just precision pass it down. You can throw that in route. You see that in route in the middle of the field? He's open. Like man coverage is something, if you're prepared for it, you can pretty much beat it. All right, now that's like, you can bomb cover 4, you can glitch cover 2. It's a lot of shit you can do with that play. Now, one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned though was like the quick audibles. Now they have a halfback dive and they have a power O, bro. So they got 2 running plays, which is real dope. And they got this play called PA Spot. And what does that do, really? I'm sure you guys may have already noticed that now that outpost is going to Tammy. And we can still motion Tammy out and get that same outpost that we was getting on Hooper, which is crazy, right? So what does that do? So when we were running the original play, one of the ways to set it up defensively is to maybe cross man up Tammy, because I would be putting Tammy on this drag, right? And then that way you stomp out the cross man. Well, what if I would have run the PA spot and they had already set everything up, and now that cross man is way out of position, right? So that's the reason why you want to do that, because now that cross man doesn't mean anything. So you can kind of flip back and forth between those. Also remember that against a regular cover 4 and a regular cover 3, that little spot route gets open if you want it. Just keep in mind that you don't necessarily have to run it. You can put him on a drag and just change all this shit up. It's always up to you how you want to run this shit. You could just change it and run it that way. And then Julio actually will come open in the middle. It's a lot of stuff you can do to kind of change this up. So I really like this particular, the PA spot, like being able to like throw balance to and throw your opponent off with the FB flat play. Now another play that I like a lot is wide receiver fade. Now I know a lot of people don't run fade plays, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you why this fade play is nice. One of the things you want to do with this play, and the way I like to, and the way I like to set it up is let's block the running back and then motion out the fullback, and then we'll put the fullback on the street. This is the way I like to run this play against zone coverages. Now, I don't think this is great against man, but I think this is really good against like cover 4 and cover 3. If we look at Julio Jones to the left, I'm gonna snap the ball and see you're gonna be able to get this with Julio quite a bit. We'll throw it again, because I throw it crazy. There you go. And what you want to do is hit, you want to hold L1, and then you want to precision pass to the outside like that. You're going to get this nice jump animation from him, and that's going to happen a lot. And it's just over the head of the person playing the seam or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and call cover 3 and show you with the the curl flat, that it's still going to, he's not going to get out and play it. So now we're going to play it with the curl flat. And then we'll spread and even play outside coverage and then we'll show you that he's still not gonna get where he needs to be in order to defend this play. So that's the reason why I like that. That's cover 4 and cover 3. Now, if we're looking at cover 4 as well, we also want to take note that on this side, we have Hooper on this hella crazy speed out, right? So you see how he speeds out to the outside, and with that streak, and where the running backs actually, the fullbacks actually position, he's gonna pull up any type of zone. So if we call this, now that curl flat's gonna go with the streak. And because he's going with the streak, that's leaving this open for us to still be able to hit it. Let's also remember that Tammy is actually a player that we can consider, although it does take him a little bit of time to work and get open. So be careful about that. But as you can see, it took me a little minute. Hold on. We want to run it again. But as you can see, if we set it up right, there we go. All right. We can get him open over the middle of the field. So that's something that you can do. That's a really good play. Now, I will say, and I'm not going to run it too many times because I don't think I had the right personnel on this team. You need a specific type of size wide receiver. But against cover 2, if they run cover 2, you can actually get this shit over the top of a cover 2, bro. If you do it as well, it looked like it might get picked off. You just gotta throw it right. See, like I threw it like that, and he'll get that jump animation. But I prefer having players that are 6'4" better. Like a player like Brandon Marshall or Martavius Bryant. Those players are the best type of players for this. Julio's not the best player for this simply because he has too much spec catching. I know that shit sounds crazy, but he gets all of these crazy ass jump animations all the time, and that's not really what you need. It's kind of almost like Madden 15 when you could get like Jordy Nelson to get like a specific animation, but you couldn't get Calvin Johnson to get, I don't know. It has something to do with rocket catching. I don't really want to go through explaining all of that shit like that. But as you can see, like he's just doing too much. There's a specific animation that you can trigger a lot of the times against the cover 2. And that shit is hella OP, bro. Like it really, really is. I could make a whole separate video on it. Comment below if y'all want me to show y'all that. It's something really glitchy about the game. But anyway, let's move on to some of the running plays. One of the running plays that I really like in this play is the counter, bro. The counter weak is really good, and it's one of the better counters in the game because of how everybody's pulling. So we're gonna run it a couple times, and also remember that I have this halfback dive, and then I have this power O, right? So I can go either way. So I can come to the line, and they don't know which way I'm running the football, and that's the reason why I really like this shit, because it's really easy for us to like go either way with it at any given time. So, you know, I could call power O. If I call power O, I like to motion the tight end to the outside. And then once I motion him out, then I'm more or less attacking like that. And then as you can see, just like that, I mean, we can kind of be off to the races running and gunning about to, you know, blow somebody ass out. I mean, it's really, really that simple, bro. You could run the halfback dive right here. Then it's just an issue of whether or not, like, the defensive line is getting block sheds on you. But as you can see right here, if you get the right kind of blocks and you get the right kind of look like you want, it's really tough to stop this kind of offense, bro. Because they don't know which way you running the football. And it can be really, really tough to stop, as that was like a safety blitz that they had sent for me, and I didn't come up out of it like I should have. See, we want to run away from that. So that way we just run like right away from it. We had an opportunity to kind of like break if we needed to. We run to the outside. Here I made a bad call. But this is just something I just wanted to show. You run it enough times, man, you'll pop it. and like it just keeps your opponent off guard. Now, if you don't feel as comfortable with running, as you can see right here, boom, just like that, one tackle and you gone. If you don't feel as comfortable with running like a counter, for instance, then what you can do instead, look at that, just like that, bro. You can really be effective with this type of offense, bro, because it's so hard to stop. But if you don't feel as comfortable with running a counter, then the reason why I like this is they also give you a let's find it, a HB zone. So let's run it against random, and then HB zone actually is a decent run itself. So you can still get a good run going to the opposite side that's not a counter. So you don't have to just rely on running counters and shit like that. You can actually run a good zone play to the left side as well and still be effective. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to show this particular play too, and just show you that you can get it. So anyway, another running play that's in there is gonna be the toss. I don't want to like not mention the toss before I get out of here, because I think the toss is actually a good play too. And you can really pop this toss, dog. Like, see, that's what I was just gonna say. This toss is like a good fucking toss. It's a good toss. Like, you can pop it for a lot of the times, bro. Like, and you get somebody shifty like Devontae Freeman, bro, and it's just hella problematic, bro. And you know, in mud, you can get a Chris Johnson and all of that shit, bro. So you'll be able to pop this for a lot. As you can see, boom, look. I mean, look, I'm running this shit against random, and I've literally broke this shit to the house 3 times out of the 4 times I've ran it. So that's, like I said, it's one of the better tosses in the game. You just have to make sure you read the hole. Have you somebody with some speed so you can press up. And then just like that, man, you can make some running room. So I gave y'all a bunch of like good passing shit, like plays and shit you can do with the passing, but you also can really run really effectively out of this a lot. So it's good to have. Anyway, I think that's it, man. I could talk about more because there's other stuff in here to cover. Other plays to note that you may want to lab up, and it's not too much, but other shit you could like run out of here that's good is like PA slide, of course, y'all know. And I done ran like slide plays before. I done ran shit like that before. We can quickly put that on the field and just show you. But we've ran shit like this before in the past, so y'all know when we running stuff like that, it's really as simple as you being able to like maybe block this player, block that player, motion this player out. It's stuff you can do with it. Like, you can easily like go down the field and change some things up. It just depends on how you want to attack the field. Like, I like to do that sometimes. I like to do this sometimes. It depends on how you want to attack. Like, it's all on you, bro. Like, see how we can throw in that little space right there? So it's all on how you want to attack, bro, and you can attack several different ways. All right. So anyway, like, comment if you have any questions. You know what I mean? And bro, I'm glad if y'all made it to the end of the video, man. Y'all some real ones. I know y'all fuck with me heavy, man, in a long way. I'm gonna try to timestamp all of this shit because I'm pretty sure it's like a 20+ minute video. Hopefully I covered a lot, gave y'all a lot to think about, and gave y'all some ways to be effective in the game that was a little bit different from the things that y'all have seen from other YouTubers. Know what I mean? So you know what it is, man. As always, respect the OGs. Peace.